Good afternoon and welcome to Lone Meets the Eye. I'm your host, Blind Prime, and for today, I finally have a Duke. Oh man, I've been wanting a Duke for a while. I've got all these Joes running around, and nobody to lead them. It's just a bunch of sergeants. No lieutenants, no captains, no colonels, nothing. Just a bunch of sergeants. And sergeants can get the job done pretty good, but whenever my G.I. Joe team's gotten this much, you need a leader. You need somebody to tell them where to point the finger and go over there, shoot over there. You also need somebody to fight Cobra Commander. After all, you can't have Cobra Commander fight Beachhead or something like that. He's got to fight Duke. It's got to happen. So getting a Duke is well, personally speaking, I think it's important for any GI Joe collection, and the fact that the Duke that they released in the first series of this GI Joe Classified Wave is now selling for $70 and above. That Duke is out of my price range and out of a lot of collectors' price ranges. So imagine my surprise whenever Duke with Ram Cycle came on sale for below $40, and I'm like, well, I've got to get this. That is a lot cheaper than the GI Joe Classified Duke from the OG one. So I got myself a Duke, and I'm very happy with the Duke. And today we're going to discuss, everything that comes with Duke, and we'll talk about his accessories. We'll talk about the RAM cycle again, and a few other things. Just so you know, I had somebody talk to me about the RAM cycle, like one of my friends at C's. Actually, no, I think it was my dad. Actually, he was hanging out, and I pointed at it and went, what's painted on this?" And he explained to me it's got a little tiger on it, and it's got some stripes on it. It's actually got a good paint job, according to him. He thought it was really a fun paint job, and I'm glad that he told me about that, because that's really cool. But I'm also not a fan of the. I want my GI Joe classified vehicles to all be green. So anybody want to do a trade? I'll trade you a Tiger Force Ram cycle for a green Ram cycle. But you can't have my Duke. uh, all right, so let's get into this. And if you like what you see here and you want to see more, please go below and hit the like, share, and subscribe button if you haven't already subscribed. And comment below. Tell me what you think about about the GI Joe Classified line so far. What are your favorite figures in it so far? And what are your least favorite figures? Like, what are those figures that you got and you're like, crap? And I know those figures are probably going to be from the Snake Eyes Origins movie series. I've got a couple of those, and they are crap. Akiko was nice, though. I'm glad I picked her up for $8. Okay, let's get into G.I. Joe Classified Duke with Ram Cycle, Tiger Force version. All right, so we're going to slide his stuff over here to the side real quick, because I do want to give a kind of a showcase of size again. And I've got my Willys 1/12 scale custom die-cast Jeep over here. Now let's get this going. All right. Ooh, it's a heavy beast. All right. Oh, don't want to knock anything over. There we go. There we are. All right. Let's do a size comparison with this Jeep. I love this Jeep. And there we go. All right. So Ram Cycle goes from the very back bumper of the Willys 1/12 scale Jeep all the way to most of the front way through the front tire. And I love how this Jeep is scaled. This is so great for G.I. Joe. All right, and here is really something special. So we'll get the Jeep out. We'll get the Ram Cycle over here real quick. And I wanted to showcase this. This is what I've always been wanting to do with Duke. Now, in a lot of World War II movies and military movies, like with Korean War movies and stuff like that, you always get the scene where the commanding officer is sitting on the back of the darn chair with some binoculars on his face. And I just like that for my dioramas. So we got his seat right there. He's already set up. Now we just need to set him on the back of the seat. There you go. And your feet are on the main part of the seat. There we are. And you can't see because of that window, but we can lower that window. Get out of the way, Slimer. Oh my god. All right. Slimer. There we go. I think it's fun. I think it looks cool. It's nice to have the the commanding officer sitting on that back of the seat, looking through the binocular scene. I'm like, well, I think we should go over that way. Yeah. That's fun. All right. Now let's get some size comparisons and talk about his accessories. So let's get him off the Willys 1/12 scale Jeep and set him back on the RAM cycle so I don't accidentally knock it over. There you go. Chill there for a second while I move this Jeep. Okie dokie. Now let's do some size. Let's talk about his accessories, and then we'll talk about some size comparisons. I'm really not going to talk much about the RAM cycle because I already did a video on it. Check out my 1/12 scale vehicle playlists, or check out my G.I. Joe Classified series playlist where I have covered the RAM cycle and crap. The guy who came with the RAM cycle, which I'm drawing a blank on his name right now. Anyway, here we are. Separate your legs just a bit. Cool. Okay, accessory-wise, he comes with awesome binoculars. So lower your arm. Good grief, guys. All right, let's grab his binoculars out of his hand. These binoculars are kind of neat, but they are a little hard to get in the hand. And what I found is that to do it correctly, pose-wise, so you've got this long bit that these binoculars kind of feel like something out of Star Wars. So you've got this this binocular like screen, and it's got two little phalanges on it, and then on the front you've got a little scope that's pointed outwards. There's another little one in there too, but one's longer than the other one. So to get him in his hand, hi cream, you want to go ahead and just kind of slide it in, but you want to put all four of his fingers on top of the binocular, and you want to try and get his thumb. See, there's these hollow sections. The binocular's got this little bump underneath it, and you want to try and hook that thumb around the bump, and then that's the best way I found for him to hold the binoculars without them falling out of his hand. It's not too bad. It's kind of nice. So the binoculars store on his back over here. They're kind of small, by the way. The binoculars are about as wide as his hand is, including the thumb, and lengthwise they go up halfway up his forearm. So let's see. Back over here on his belt area, there's this spot. You got all these pouches, and then you got some more pouches, but you got this spot between pouches above his left leg that doesn't have anything on it, and that's where we're going to put this thing. And it doesn't like to go in there very well, but when it does get in there, it is in there, man. It doesn't want to leave. So you just poke that in there and get it going, if it does right. Oh, come on. There we go. Come on. Get yourself in the spot, you stupid. Hey, oh, nuts. I dropped it. Okay, let's see. Let's see if I can get a tool to help me. I got a little pokey tool over here. I was doing it wrong. Oh my god. Okay, I found it. I found the hole. Pokey tool for the win. Pokey tool for the win. Let's pull the seat back up. Alright. So, here it is. It's on this big pouch on his back above his left leg. So, I was kind of right about the left leg. And there it is. There it goes. Yeah. And it sits in there very well, very sturdy. You can actually hold the figure by the binoculars. I love that as a blind person who absolutely is fearful of losing a piece and then accidentally sweeping that piece up or vacuuming that piece up and losing it forever. That's nice to have. A nice solid connection there. I'm not worried about that piece just falling off, and that's a good positive for him. He also comes with this really nice Slimer. No. Slimer, what are you doing? No, go over there. That's the Slimer from a Transformer. And that's not... Aha! Here it is. Here's his backpack. His backpack's pretty cool. He's got a shovel in it. Sadly, none of these pieces come out. And I think that would be a really cool thing if somebody did these backpacks, but actually had it where this shovel could come out of the backpack, and this water bottle over here could come out of the backpack, and he's got what feels like a radio right there in the backpack, and on his side you got another water bottle, So he's got 2 water bottles, one on each side of his backpack. And I mean, if you're in jungle warfare, water bottles are important. You know, if coming from Florida, I understand when you're in a high humidity zone, you need to be drinking water because you don't really get thirsty in a high humidity zone, but you do get dehydrated. So that's kind of neat. And the backpack's not too big, it's not too heavy, so it doesn't interfere too much with his stance. I don't like it when the backpack for the G.I. Joe is incredibly heavy, because then that makes the Joe back heavy, like with the Cobra Vipers. Those backpacks are incredibly heavy and do upset the figure. You do have to pose them carefully to make sure they don't have too many problems. But the backpack goes on nicely, and it doesn't interfere too much with him at all. It's a very slight backpack, very small, perfect for posability and things like that. And finally, he comes with this M16 with a bump stock, and of course the stock is down. I don't know why they keep giving us these weird stocks. Why can't we just get a stock that actually, no, this one's out all the way, but why can't we get one that actually has, you know, just a solid gun stock here? This is cool, being able, you know, having this thing that can move in and out. And it would be even cooler if the gun was designed to allow the stock to move in and out. Like, that would be a really fun, just added thing for these GI Joes. And I don't know why they don't do it. But this is an M16, and it's cool to get an M16 in the G.I. Joe classified line. I don't know if we've gotten one yet or not. And it fits very well in his hand. And I always am putting things in the right hand. Let's see. Slide that there to slide the finger into the trigger guard. There we go. All right. Not a bad gun. Not a bad gun at all. And it poses decently. You can stick that stock up there, and then you can bring his other arm over here. He does have some butterfly, and you can rotate that hand around and bring it up here so it can hold the M16 by the stock. He does a good job doing that. That is nice. It's really good to have a character that can actually hold the stock of the barrel of the gun right at that handle for the second hand. And I don't know exactly what it's called, but it's nice to have a figure that can hold that piece. Some of these guns that we get with our G.I. Joe Classified, their barrels are just a little too wide, and then you have to stretch the hand out something fierce to actually get it in there. And this hand's already stretched out, kind of, the left one into a C hand, because of holding the binoculars. But that's something. The M16 isn't bad. It's actually hard rubber. It's not the crazy rubbery thing that we got with Tiger Force Outback, which I'm still dissatisfied with. Tiger Force Outback's, you know, bonus weapons and stuff, his accessories were all made of rubber. It was just stupid. Okay, now we've gotten all the accessories taken care of, I think, right? Yeah, he didn't come with many. He came, oh, right, he came with one more. It's down here on his leg. I don't think he even came with a knife, did he? Let's see. Knife, no knife. Knife, no knife. No knife. Okay. Down over here, raise your arm up, and let's pull out the pistol and take a look at it. Yeah, come on, pistol. Get it. Pistol. There it goes. I love how these accessories really get in there and they're held down. And the pistol isn't bad at all. It's got a little iron sight on it. It's got a nice grip. They did a great job with the sculpting and the details on this. This is a decent little pistol. It even has a little hole in the top that you can probably plug blast effects in. Nice. Slide the pistol back. And now let's go over his height real quick. I've got a couple of guys here to talk about height with him. Let's make sure his hinges are all popped down. We don't want him cheating on his height scale. All right. Now where's the bat? We're about to put him back to bat. Okay, here's the Cobra bat. Now let's compare. Okay, back up. There it is. Bat is still a bit taller than Tiger Force Duke. Bat's shoulders are taller than Tiger Force Duke's shoulders. Just a smidge. Just a smidge, but they look pretty good next to each other, I think. I think this is a good enemy and good guy thing. Let's put Bat over here to the side. And sweating under these lights. And here we go. Here is Bazooka. Now, Bazooka's another figure. Let's make sure Duke's not going to fall. Drop both the Bazooka's hinges and his legs so we can get a nice size comparison. Okay. Duke and Bazooka. Bazooka stands almost half a head taller than Duke. Well, not a half a head, just a few inches taller than Duke. And here we go. Shoulders wise, Bazooka's shoulders are taller than Duke's shoulders, front to front. Duke's eyes and Bazooka's eyes are not on the same level. Look at that. All right. Side to side comparison of those two beasts. Okay. Let's set Duke off to the side. Now let's talk about articulation. This guy's got all the articulation you've come to expect and love from G.I. Joe. He does even have a bit of a butterfly. Not as much of one. Like Marvel Legends Havoc definitely wins out on butterflies, but this guy's butterfly isn't bad. Isn't bad at all. And just I wish it did move a little more, but it moves forward enough that you can get him in holding that gun, and that's all we ever really need from butterfly joints. So articulation wise, his right hand moves side to side because for some reason he's left-handed. Let's see, the left hand moves up and down. Yeah, he's left-handed with his gun, but I had him holding it in his right hand because the side-to-side motion does make it easier to position the weapons if you're doing a double-handed weapon like an M16 or something like that. At least I've discovered that. So the shoulders can raise up above a 90, and they have a ratchet, which is nice. The elbows are double elbowed, and they have soft ratchets, which is another nice thing. The core, he can move his core down, and it's got a nice little clicky ratchet. He can look up really far, and then does he have that articulation there? He does. He can rotate his body left and right slightly, but not by much. You can't have him spin a little bit like that, like, oh my god. All right. He can kind of spin. I assume he can go 360 degrees at the waist, but I don't want to try it. And then we come down here. He's got the drop down hinge, and you pop that back up. He's got forward kick that's pretty decent. He's got backward kick that, because of the butt plate, doesn't go straight backwards, which is always sad. And then he's got a side kick that is at a 90. We move some stuff around and slide this holster down just a bit more. You can pull a perfect 90 with that side kick. That's great. Now let's see if he can kick and balance. Let's balance him. All right, that hand's going to go up the kick. That hand's going to be curled into his chest area. There we go. All right. Can you do it, man? Can you do it? Oh. Yes, you can. Oh, that's beautiful. That's cool. That's some good balance right there. That is a good action figure. G.I. Joe classified Duke with RAM cycle. Not bad. All right. Now let's finish it up. Double jointed knees, the boot spins, and then the typical G.I. Joe ankle stuff. Now let's talk about sculpt work, and we'll be finishing the video up. Sculpt work wise, nice leather boots. Feels like they're water resistant and made for jungle warfare, except they are not the breathy type for jungle warfare. Oh, wait. We got some breathy stuff on around the ankle area. It feels like there's mesh in that boot around the ankle area. It's just that the front of the boot is hardened leather or composite materials. Coming up here, he's got a brace across the front of the boot. I guess that's to keep all the laces from getting mud and grime in them and stuff like that. That's a nice little protector, and also will help protect his shins. Everybody hates getting banged in the shin. As a blind person, me and the dishwasher go round and round, because if I forget I have the dishwasher door down, my shins do not forget for me. Okay, now coming over here, he's got some decent knee pads. We've got some great fabric cloth on his legs. We've got some pockets that are just chock full of stuff. And on his other leg, we've got that nice composite pistol holster. Feels like it's even got some screws in it, which is really cool. More texture that is nice and cloth-like. He feels like he's got some armor around his crotch area. And then we come up here to his chest. Now, he doesn't have any of those big rubber vests. He just has this bandolier and a belt. And so you can feel all of this, all this sculpt work in his chest. And it's decent. It's not bad. It's pretty good. Overall rating of G.I. Joe Classified Series Duke here, I'd give him a solid 9 out of 10. I'm going to take away a point because he doesn't have a helmet. Eyes wise, nose wise, mouth wise, excellent, excellent sculpt work, and I do enjoy the hair. But yeah, final decision on this guy. This guy would have made a 10 out of 10 if they had given Duke a helmet. All he needed was a military helmet of some sort because I dislike any company selling a motorcycle without a rider that has a helmet. The only exceptions are two. We've got Deadpool and Wolverine. Both of those individuals do not need to wear helmets, but everybody else here does. So that's my thoughts and feelings on this character, and I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everybody in between, always wear a helmet when utilizing a motorized motorcycle thing. Always use a helmet. Wear one, please. I have actually had a friend die from not wearing a helmet, and I have witnessed a person perish from not wearing a helmet. So please, wear your damn helmet. It's it's asinine if you don't. Thank you so much for watching. Until next Pride, bye bye for now.